Shalom everyone, welcome to Messianic News channel, the channel that seeks for truth. Today I have a shocking report to share with all of you, and it has to do with Palestine. Yes, you heard me well. The Palestinian Authority is receiving more foreign aid than nations that are 50, 100 or even 200 times larger. Palestine is, or the Palestinian territories, is one of the regions that is receiving most in foreign aid. They receive more money than India. If we add the $1 billion they get from Iran and some dollars they get from Qatar to finance terrorism, they are getting more money than India, that has a population of 1.4 billion people. Palestine also, or the Palestinian Authority, they get more money than Pakistan, which has a population of over 200 million people. Yes, you heard me properly. We have about 2 billion people in the whole world living by the poverty line. We have about 1 billion people living below the poverty line. Many don't have water, don't have food, don't have any type of infrastructure, medical equipment, nothing, but the world chooses to give more money to the Palestinian authorities or to the Palestinian corrupt system. And what you can see in this graph is Palestine is pretty much above most nations in foreign aid, even though they don't do any contribution to peace, to development, to stability, to nothing. We have nations like the Cape Verde Islands. They are not interested in terrorism. They are not interested in conflicts, in destabilizing the world. They just want to live in peace. They are a beautiful island in the coast of West Africa. They are receiving about 20 times less foreign aid than Palestine. So what's the reason of sending all of this outrageously disproportionate aid to a region that is not contributing to science, to peace, to world stability, to nothing? And the answer is basically it's political. So what the world is doing is throwing wood into the fire so that the conflict is alive, and eventually they can damage the state of Israel. So it's 100% political move. It doesn't make sense to give more money to Palestine than to nations that are 100, 200 times larger. India has about 5 to 800 million people living below the poverty line. The world can care less about that. The world can care less about 100 million Pakistanis in extreme poverty. They can care less about millions of children starving in Africa without any type of help. But the world is interested in helping Palestine, and a big portion of that money is not even to buy, chocolates and shoes and some medical supplies to the Palestinian civilians. Most of that money ends up in the hands of the very corrupt Palestinian Authority, like Hamas, and what they do with that money, they finance terrorism, drug rings, all sorts of illegal activity. And then besides that, we have the shocking report that most Hamas members, they fly in private jets. Yes, you heard me properly, and they are billionaires. So where is the interest of the Palestinian people? So at the end of the day, that money is not even really going to the extremely poor in the Palestinian territories, is going into the hands of corrupt leaders like Yasser Arafat. It was disclosed he had like $1 billion in a European bank account. He had a very fancy house in France. All of the corrupt Palestinian leaders of Hamas, most of them are billionaires. Yes, you heard me well, billionaires flying in private jets. And the standard Palestinian people are living in extreme poverty. So the world is choosing to give some money to a bunch of murderers, terrorists, savages, instead of helping nations that have a population of 5, 6, 7, 800 million people in extreme poverty, like in the case of India. Has the world gone insane? Has the world gone mad? So I ask you to diffuse this information, stand for truth, and stay tuned for more Messianic news update. Stop all of the evil propaganda in the world and seek the truth. Thank you, and till the next one.
Cry harder.
We need more money.
People of the world,